Welcome back. We are in Genesis 33. Jacob finally runs into Esau. Let's get into it. And Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau was coming with 400 men with him. So he divided the children among Leah and Rachel and the two maids, and he put the maids and their children in front, and Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph last. Slick. But he himself passed on ahead of them and bowed down to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. Then Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. He lifted his eyes and saw the women and the children, and he said, "Who are these with you?" So he said, "The children whom God has graciously given your servant." Then the maids came near with the children, and they bowed down. Leah likewise came near with her children, and they bowed down. Afterward, Joseph came near with Rachel, and they bowed down. And he said, What do you mean by all this company? What do you mean by all this company which I have met? He said, "To find favor in the sight of my Lord." But Esau said, "I have plenty, my brother. Let what you have be your own." Jacob said, "No, please. If I have found favor in your sight, then take my present from my hand. For I see your face as one who sees the face of God, and you have received me favorably. Please take my gift, which has been brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have plenty." Thus he urged him, and he took it. Then Esau said, "Let us take our journey and go. I will go before you." But he said to him, "My Lord knows that all the children are frail, and the flocks and the herds which are nursing are a care to me. And if they are driven hard one day, all the flock dies. Please let my Lord pass before his servant, and I will proceed at my leisure, according to the pace of the cattle that are before me, and according to the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord at Seir." Esau said, "Please, let me leave you with some people who are with me." But he said, "What need is there? Let me find favor in the sight of my Lord." So Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. Jacob journeyed to Succoth, great, and built for himself a house and made booths for his livestock there. Therefore, the place is named Succoth. Now Jacob came safely to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padan Aram and encamped before the city. He bought the piece of land where he had pitched his tent from the hands of the son of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. Then he erected there an altar, and he called it El Elohi Israel. What does that mean? God, the God of Israel. Sweet. So, I mean, what a beautiful reconciliation they have between Jacob and Esau. Jacob, I mean, did him absolutely dirty, then did him dirty again. He flees. Esau is furious. He wants to kill him. Duh. Just a real bad family feud kind of scene. And, 20 years pass, at least 20 years pass. And then finally we get a lot of fear and a lot of tension, a lot of anxiety before the meeting. Esau's got a huge squad rolling out with him. And he sees all the gifts that are coming his way beforehand. He's like, what is all this, dude? Jacob's got it like that? That's crazy. And it's beautiful. They meet. He's like, I don't want any of your stuff, man. Keep your stuff. And that's just a nice... I like seeing there's like a thing that like wealthy people do when they're just like, nah, dude, I don't need it, man. Keep it. When you're like really secure and you're good and someone hits you with something nice, you go, bro, come on. No, keep that stuff, bro. You keep your stuff. Give it to somebody else who needs it, man. God's got me. I got it. And they're both just doing that to each other. And that's nice. That's nice. He wasn't out to be like, yeah, you know what? You do owe me. He took the gift And because that's the nice thing to do. If someone's pressuring you, like, no, my friend, you go, okay, my friend, okay, I take it. And so it's nice. Not everything ends in tragedy, and some. I love a good comeback story, a good turnaround, good redemption story. And that's, I mean, what more could you hope for? What more could you hope for? Bygones are bygones. He's not like, oh, you wanted to kill me or whatever. All this kind of, you ran off and like, what are you up to? And why are you scaring me like that? And all that kind of stuff. And he's just like, bro, let it be. It's done. It's over with. We'll see another version of this with Joseph and his brothers. We'll see another version of this with Joseph and his brothers. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, man, we don't see a lot of good brother relationships in the Bible. There's something about old school sibling rivalries and just maybe it was in the way that things were structured where like the oldest would get everything. And so if anything jeopardized that, or if the younger felt like, there was too much that was going to be given to the older brother that was going to be like, it was going to really change things. There'd be like a lot of plotting and, maybe that's just old structure. And now like nobody gets anything nowadays for the most part. So it's no big, but, there's only a few other sibling, kind of brother relationships that we'll encounter that even are remotely, nice and cordial. But this one is, and that's great. We like to see that. So, and then we see the first instance of something being called Israel. It is this altar in the city of Shechem called El Elohi Israel. That's tight. I wonder where that actually is. Shechem. We'll look at it another time. But anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Read your Bible.